We've witnessed 2 years of record M&A activity. Are we going to see a third of the drivers in place?
Well, certainly there are many growth drivers in place. CEOs are looking for new avenues for growth. With economies in the US, China, and Europe slowing, CEOs need to be more and more creative about the sources and the types of acquisitions that they pursue to achieve that growth.
Right, and of course CEOs hire your company to try to figure out what they should be doing. Keats, as you sit down with CEOs, what are they telling you about their priorities?
Definitely growth, finding expansion opportunities, and being disciplined and smart about how they're approaching the marketplace. I think those would be the highlights. I think there's definitely concern when you look more broadly. Equity prices have fallen, the debt markets are uneven at best, and the outlook, although still positive, is much more questionable today than it was a year ago.
Yeah, right. 69% of the respondents, of which there were, by the way, about 550 executives surveyed, 69% they thought valuations were unsustainably high as of last year. Now we're into 2016, markets have started to trade down. So shouldn't that help business?
It definitely will. And when valuations come down, usually right in turn with that is multiples. So as we see valuations fall, we'll see those multiples fall. Unfortunately, though, that will potentially coincide with the debt markets not being as ready and available. So it will pose challenges to some of our private equity clients as they look to execute deals. It will also pose challenges to our corporate clients when they use stock as currency. Thankfully, they're sitting on record cash on balance sheet, which gives them greater flexibility.
Yeah, about $4.2 trillion amongst the S&P 500. That is a record. Chad, you're our West Coast guy. It's nice and warm out there. I'm curious, it's also hot for deal activity. 70% of the executives said they see more deal activity in technology. 70% was the highest. You focus on tech. What areas within tech?
I think it's the traditional areas we've seen over the last 1 or 2 years around cloud and cloud enabling technology, everything going digital, becoming a digital business. The requirements of security, digital security, with a requirement in today's world, it's not really discretionary on the part of companies. So there's a lot of innovation around technology and hence a lot of M&A transactions in that space. I think we're going to continue to see consolidation in the semiconductor space, which we've seen a significant degree of in 2015. And various areas like that are the core fundamental drivers and secular things happening in the industry that we believe will drive growth in 2016.